duration of 15 years at 8% per annum, or the borrower could start with a floating rate of interest at 7% per annum. Now, in case of floating rate of interest, it is after the expiry of 7 years that the borrower wishes to switch from floating rate of interest to fixed rate of interest, that too at 9% per annum. Okay. Now, for this, the bank will be charging a 2% switching cost on the amount outstanding at the end of the seventh year. So, we had to guide the borrower as to which option should be chosen. We had started with option 1, and under that the EMI calculated was 1,16,822. Using PVAF table, we see that the present value of all the yearly installments, in this case the installment was to be paid yearly, so the present value of all the yearly installments would be equal to the amount of loan taken. So solving, we got the yearly installment, and for 15 years when this yearly installment is paid, the total cost to the borrower would be 17,52,336. Okay. Post that, we need to evaluate the second option. For the second option, three steps are involved. You're starting with floating rate of interest for 7 years, then paying a switching cost, and then moving to fixed rate of interest for the remaining duration of 8 years. Now, with step 1, we take the same formula and calculate the yearly installment. The yearly installment at 7% comes out to be 1,09,794. PVAF table is being used here also. Now till the last installment under floating rate of interest, that is 7 years, 7 installments, the amount paid is 7,68,558. So till now, this is the amount that has been repaid back by the borrower to the bank. Now he will switch from floating to fixed rate of interest. What we need to calculate in step 2 under option 1 is the loan repayment schedule. Why are we calculating the loan repayment schedule? Because we need to know what is the amount of loan, the principal amount of the loan outstanding at the end of the seventh year. So this is what we require, this amount here. The outstanding principal at the end of the seventh year. For that, we prepare the loan repayment schedule. So, loan repayment schedule is nothing but the bifurcation of the installment, yearly installment in interest and principal. So here 1,09,794. You see what is the interest on the outstanding principal. Outstanding principal at the start of the first installment is 1 lakh rupees. So 70,000 turns out to be the interest which we are paying in the first installment. Accordingly, reducing the EYI by the amount of interest, we get the amount of principal element in the first installment as 39,794. Now this 39794 will tell us what will be the outstanding principal at the end of the first year, which turns out to be 9,60,206. That is 10 lakh minus 39794. Okay. So this step was to be repeated 7 times and we needed to calculate the amount outstanding at the end of the seventh year. So, okay, Kabir and Muskan, you've solved. So you're getting 6,556,22. Let me check. I think what we'll do is because I'm getting a different value in the calculation, I'm getting approximately 659, 6,59,529. So what we can do is we can tally the values for each year, which will help us see where the difference is coming. So just a second, I'll move to the next page. Okay, since you people have solved, just give me the outstanding principal. Yes, for second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, sixth year, and seventh year. Just give the values. Okay, second year we had done. Third year it is coming to 872066. I'll also check side by side in my solution. Yes, 872066 is fine. Then next you says 823317. Muskan, can you just open your solution? Just read out the values. For fourth year, how much is the interest coming to?
Ma'am, 61,045.
45. Okay, so the principal component turns out to be
48,749.
okay. और अब आप 8,72,066 से वैल्यू डिडक्ट कर रहे हो तो आपकी कितनी वैल्यू आ रही है?
8233317.
So how come I am getting 8,26,506? There we are getting a difference. Let me check. Kabir, you are also getting the same value.
यस मैम मैम अगर 8,70,000 से अगर 40,000 माइनस करेंगे तो 23 आना चाहिए.
तो फिर इधर मेरी कैलकुलेशन में कुछ वो है, गलती है. Just a second. Because I also took the solution from the book, so maybe there is a difference there. Okay, then give me the value at the end of the seventh year. I'll take your value. So that is coming to
655,622.
655,622. Okay. So this is the outstanding principal. Let's continue from here then. So now the third step in the solution for the test, please solve. You should get this value at the end of the seventh year. Now step 3 is calculation of switching cost, because at this point the borrower will be paying the bank to switch from floating to fixed rate of interest. So this will be 2% of 655,622. This is the amount that will be paid to switch between the options given. So this comes to 13,112.44, and this becomes part B. Okay, so this switching cost is paid, and now the borrower moves to fixed rate of interest. Now what we need to do at this step is we need to now calculate what will be the yearly installment, what will be the amount of yearly installment under fixed rate of interest. So for that, again the same formula is used. So the outstanding principal is equal to EYI into PVAF. Now this will be 9% for 8 years. This value is 5.535, and outstanding principal you already know. So EYI will be 655,622 divided by 5.535. So please check how much is the installment coming to. So this turns out to be 1,18,450. This is the yearly installment, and the amount paid would now be this installment into 8, because this installment will be paid for 8 years. So 9,47,600. This would be the amount paid under the fixed rate of interest. And this is part C. So now what we need to do is that the cost of option 2 is equal to A plus B plus C. So total up all the three values. What is the total cost coming to? Add up all the three values. So approximately, Muskan, your value for the first was different. the floating rate of interest जो installments थी उसकी value different थी. Because I am getting कौन सी वाली?
ऑप्शन 1 की
ऑप्शन 1 की वैल्यू डिफरेंट थी.
मैं फिर से कैलकुलेट करके देखती हूँ, शायद से एरर हो.
Just check. The cost of option 2 is coming to approximately this value 17,29,300. So there can be difference because of the table which we are using. But in spite of that, what we see is that option 2 is cheaper as compared to option 1, where you are paying 17,52,336. So you'll give a conclusion to your solution that option 2 with a lower payment turns out to be a better choice for the borrower.